Jim Perdue Sr. is an innovator and a trailblazer. From a hard-scrabble childhood, he graduated Galena Park High and worked to put himself through the University of Houston undergrad and law school. From there, he has spent the last 5 decades tirelessly working to help his clients, and, in the process, he's changed the way trials are conducted. He pioneered the use of technological innovation in the courtroom, pushed legal concepts into Texas common law, and refined the age-old art of persuasive storytelling to help juries understand his clients' experiences and the bad conduct of defendants. His books and techniques have become the standard for trial lawyers across the country. His success on behalf of his clients led Forbes magazine to call him the king of medical malpractice lawyers. He's an author, speaker, and teacher who continues to teach aspiring lawyers as an adjunct professor at his alma mater, the University of Houston Law Center. Jim Perdue Sr. has blazed a trail that trial lawyers will be following for generations to come. Please welcome the recipient of the 2020 TTLA Lifetime Achievement Award, Jim Perdue Sr.
Well, I want to thank everyone who has had anything to do with this magical moment for me, which is the Lifetime Achievement Award. In my 57 years of practice, I don't think I have ever gotten any recognition that is any more dear to me or valued to me or treasured by me than this award from the TTLA. I graduated from law school in 1963, went through basic training, a pleasure cruise on the Pacific. And when I got back to Houston, I began working for Fulbright and Jaworski. I toiled there for 5 years, and then I finally decided it was time to leave the Death Star and go join a fledgling group of lawyers, the Texas Trial Lawyers Association. I had been with our Jetty Knights for just a short time when I had an experience I want to share with you because it involves your incoming president. I was trying a case involving a anesthesia malpractice. The woman had been left brain damaged. I was working on the case at home and happened to be looking at some photographs I had taken of this lady in the nursing home, kind of like a scene from Paul Newman in The Verdict. And as I was looking at the photographs, Jim, who was then 6 years old, said, "Dad, what is that? What are those pictures of?" And I asked him, and I said, "What do you think they're pictures of?" And a little cherubic voice answered, "A lady crying." Well, I used that anecdote in closing argument in that case. And the next case I went to trial with Fulbright and Jaworski just a few weeks later, I was met with a motion in limine asking the judge to direct that I could not, in trial, mention any conversations I had with my 6-year-old about the case we were now trying. So Jim was known by the Death Star as, I guess, the earliest of Luke Skywalkers. Well, because of medical problems and physical problems, I had to leave the trial court and go to the campus to teach. And for the last 15 years or so, I've been teaching at the University of Houston, my alma mater, at our law center, a course on storytelling. In that course, I tell my students about our core values, that the most important thing we have to accomplish is to preserve our jury system. Our jury system, which has brought about so many changes in our community and our nation, all for the better. Some of my students are now members of the Texas Trial Lawyers. I intend to keep teaching this core principle. So for those of you who are in the battle, fighting the war for our core values, please keep up the fight. Don't hesitate, don't falter, because reinforcements are on the way, and I intend to keep sending them to you until they do write that final eulogy.